run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the puppy. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. You gonna believe me? Think for brown skin rookie. That's from Cali, but the cheetah print out white curve. Game time.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go from Houston. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to begin is Love. Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Yellow, blue, 32.
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready, ready. 50, green. Drill, green.
Again, it's Henderson. Fine. Oh, a loose football. The Texans have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Here's Baker to begin with a pass. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. 32 yards. It is a big-time play for Houston. 32 yards. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run, and this is Quinshon Judkins. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
have to get this to the 20. Here's third down.
Start.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this one is caught by Pierce. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Yellow, line. Let's go. Set, go.
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Red, 38, ready.
Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and inches.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. And he is going to have a Colts first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Colts first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Working free downfield. It is Williams. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
60 reps. 60 reps. Watch out now. 52. Ready?
A go play action with Love. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. On second down, Love. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
It is 3rd and 10.
Set, ready. Black, 95.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they've got it 3rd and 10.
Okay, ready? Down. Blue, 32. Ready?
From the gun, it's Love. Throwing left side, then it's taken in by Williams. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain.
And he will get into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown Colts. That his 16th touchdown of the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Alert! Stop!
On the handoff, Judkins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
They work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9.
180! What's up?
Mayfield to throw. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22, opposite, green. Red, cycle. Ready.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Texans are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Quick throw, slant, caught by Johnston. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down for Houston.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On the ground, Judkins. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Mayfield. He's got a man downfield. That's Johnston. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
1st and 10. Mayfield. There's a screen set up for Judkins. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Judkins. And he'll be taken down as we take down to the 2-minute warning.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Third down and 9. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds.
Here we go. Black foot, set.
On first down, it's Love. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
Ready.
Williams in motion.
45. White. Ready.
A second down throw for Love. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. Talk things over before third down.
Got it. Down. Cut.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first and 10, here's Baker. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Back. One time.
Back to the air, it's Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
So, after two straight incompletions, here's third and 10.
180! One time!
Baker to throw. And this This is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red, ready?
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is gone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Pistol. Good. 20. Point it right. What's up?
On first down is Mayfield. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Six. 180. Watch out.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Luxurious speed on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mayfield. Duvernay with the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
180.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at 3rd down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on 3rd and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
That's taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Good running inside the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
19-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is pulled in at the 5. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So Mayfield leads the group to the line. They'll go for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. Sharp, 17. Claws, 10. Hut, hut.
Love to throw it on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
brings up second.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Let's go now. Set, huh?
A run, and this is Henderson. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way.